All right, this is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are extremely excited to welcome North Dakota State basketball standout and Lincoln East High legend, Sam Griesel, to the pod. Boys, get up for Sammy Hoops.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely. Thanks for being on, man. So, obviously, we wanted to be watching you on TV this week. It didn't work out that way, unfortunately, but you're here with us, so that's a close second.
Yeah,
some would say even better.
Some would say it's a close second. You guys had a great year this year, 23-10. Made it to the Summit League Championship, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
You released some big news today.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I announced via Twitter and Instagram that I'm entering the transfer portal.
Whoa.
So yeah, obviously pretty big news for me and my family, and I'm excited to see what's next.
Absolutely, we're excited for you, boys.
Very excited. Now, the transfer portal process, how does that work exactly when you enter the transfer portal?
What is the transfer portal?
What is it?
Yeah.
Explain to it. I was listening to Bussin' with the Boys by Compton. They were talking a little bit about it today, but I'm curious on talking to someone in person what that's kind of like.
Yeah, so to be honest, about 24 hours ago, I had absolutely no idea what it was or how to get in it, but had conversations with my coaching staff at North Dakota State,
Nice.
informed them, and then this morning went through compliance and everything, signed some papers, and then basically you just get an email from the NCAA saying that you're in the transfer portal, and your phone doesn't stop vibrating for
Right.
a while.
So it's a pretty easy process?
Yeah, it's not anything too stressful, or I think there was like 3 documents that I had to sign, and
That's not bad.
yeah, just
do teams know, like, notified right away?
yeah.
Are you
So
already hearing from coaches now?
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't have to say names,
yeah.
but
Fred
Oh, you can
Hoiberg.
if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think how it works is actually when you get entered in the transfer portal, your name gets sent to every single school, every Division I. I don't even know if it might be every
okay.
division, but everyone gets like your name, and then obviously having connections, and then people find out your number, or if it's like DMs and people asking for your number through that, and then texts turn into phone calls, and then that's where it gets a little stressful with all the talking on the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
But
So you got a lot of schools that reach out like right away?
yeah, I mean, there's probably been, I think I've talked to, 25, 30 coaches.
Jeez.
And I released
Wow.
it like 4 or 5 hours ago. So, I mean, it's cool. Just trying to make sure that I remember that's a blessing and
Absolutely.
not too stressful, because the first time I went through this with getting recruited out of high school, it gets stressful and overwhelming at sometimes, and now even on a larger scale, having some, high majors and stuff, just trying to, make sure that I remember it's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a good segue. I want to talk about, your early basketball years, going to East, getting recruited to North Dakota State. Why'd you choose North Dakota State? Why'd you choose Bison Nation?
It's a funny story. I don't know if you guys know or remember, but I committed to USD first, and their coach left. So I was actually signed with USD, and then I got my letter of intent, whatever, release, and then decided to go to NDSU. But it reminded me a lot of here, a lot of Lincoln, and Bison Nation is a very, very faithful group, and it's a football town, and
It is. Yeah.
so football game days are really fun, and in my 4 years, I feel like the support for basketball got better and better each year. So that was super cool to see, and just be able to get out into the community and see how good, those people are was really, really special for me.
For sure. It's cold up there.
Yeah, it is very cold.
What's the weather like compared to Nebraska? I got a couple buddies who live in Fargo, and they say it's just insane.
Yeah, I mean, there was days where it was this winter probably wind chill of -40, -50. Like it's no joke. The wind is the worst part, and when it snows the first time, it doesn't get above freezing the rest of the winter.
So that snow to sit there.
Oh yeah, it just piles on, and you'll be driving, look over, and it's just like a 3-foot block of just ice now. And
you got a good car for it?
No, I have absolutely an awful car for it. It's just a little sports car, and it's I don't know. I should have got a truck or something. But.
Well, hey, it's a lot warmer here in Lincoln. In case you want to just stay around here, maybe play some basketball. Winters are pretty nice here, so keep that in mind.
This year actually was super nice, wasn't it, in Lincoln?
Yeah, it only snowed hard once.
They call it the Miami of the Midwest.
Yeah, it snowed hard one time, and it was gone within a couple of days, I think.
crazy.
Mhm.
Which is not the year before. It was. I mean, there was snow on the ground all winter.
Yeah.
So.
Mhm.
But yeah, you touched on it a little bit. I want to talk about Bison Nation because you do a lot of posts about the fan base down there. Why are they so special?
Yeah, I mean, especially in my last year, I was able to kind of partner with the Landon's Light Foundation up there and just work with a lot of kids that didn't have necessarily the blessings and the come up that I was able to have. And I mean, a lot of them have medical issues and just kind of getting that perspective. But I mean, everyone up there is just so genuine and so nice. And I mean, I have a group of 4, 5, 6 families that invite me over for dinner once every month, and we all get together, and it's a really special place.
That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah. I had a quick question. Where's the toughest place that you've played? So you were saying you guys went down to Arizona. Is that what you told us earlier?
Yeah.
Is that pretty crazy there?
I mean, it was a really cool environment. I didn't get to play in that game. I was watching from the sidelines, but as far as like the craziest environment was probably playing Duke in the Ncaa Tournament.
Yeah.
A lot of people weren't there for us.
Yeah.
But it was cool. We had a little fan section, but I mean that was like I think 18,000 people, and that's just like ridiculous. But in conference, I would definitely say South Dakota State. I never won at South Dakota State in my tenure at North Dakota State, but it's kind of a smaller arena, but they get a really good crowd, and everyone's just right on top of you, and they'll say anything.
Yeah,
and
sure.
It's really really fun because they just get under your skin, and they do love their jackrabbits there. That's for sure.
Yeah, they made a run. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you mentioned playing Duke in the NCAA tournament. I watched that whole game because I thought it was just super cool, like seeing. I mean, I knew you from high school a little bit, just seeing you go against Zion, and I know you're guarding him a couple times.
Yeah.
And, like, it was just really like surreal. So for a lot of people, it was really cool to see. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, to be honest, like it doesn't even feel like it was real. I would say, especially like the few days after. Like I was like, what just happened? Like I don't even remember. Like I blacked out or something. Now that it's been like 3 or 4 years, I've been able to appreciate it even more. And like going through after the game, shaking hands and Coach K says your name. It's like that's something I'm never gonna forget.
Insane, yeah.
Well, that'd be cool.
And just being with those, obviously, especially those 3 really talented freshmen and doing their thing in the NBA, it was a special moment for my basketball career for sure.
Absolutely.
Who's the top talent you've played? Other than, well, I guess Zion probably, but.
Yeah. Other than him, I mean, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, but without that group, I gotta think.
Good question, Clay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Dude, this year, to be honest, I would say Baylor Shireman from South Dakota State. He does everything just so well, and he doesn't really have like a weakness to him in his game. And I thought it was very deserving that he won Conference Player of the Year. I will say the best player that I've played with would be Vinny Shaheed, my
stud.
Yeah, our point guard from my freshman and sophomore year. I mean, he was the best leader I've ever been around, a guy that I still talk to almost daily. But he's a really special talent, and then obviously Rocky Cruiser, my best friend up at
Rocky Cruiser.
Everyone likes his name. Yeah.
Keaton Johnson loves that. He ordered a beanie.
That's awesome.
Oh, speaking of that, I was supposed to ask you, who's your favorite 2016 senior who's under 6'3" and above 5'9"?
Is Keaton Johnson below 5'9"?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Nate Netz.
Yep.
Did you have like a guy over your 4 years that you kind of would battle against? It seems like you kind of created a rivalry with it all, or like maybe a little blue blood there, here and there, but
like at NDSU.
Yeah.
With
not necessarily on their team, but like an opponent that you go against.
Someone that I've always loved playing against Max Asmith at ORU.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a special talent. He's obviously one of the dudes that has really made a name for himself, especially last year. And I think he's a year younger than me, so we've played. This would have been our 3rd year against each other, but I've always loved playing from him or playing against him, and honestly learning from him too, because we have obviously different styles of play. But yeah, I would say ASMS.
ASMS.
Speaking of Oral Roberts, they weren't like that good this year, right? They were okay. I know you guys I did do some research. You guys went 3-0 against them, but they made their magical run last year in the tournament. That had to be pretty cool to see. What was like the difference this year? Why weren't they?
They lost the key part, and Kevin O'Banner was their big guy. He probably averaged somewhere around 20.
What was that to do with dreads, like little short dreads?
Yep, and he transferred to Texas Tech and had a really good year this year.
Yeah.
Looking forward to watching him again in the tournament. But yeah, that was a big piece they lost. And then, as far as us playing them, every single game we've been reminded for a whole year now that they were the ones that ended our year.
Mm-hmm.
So having that motivation, but yeah, I think O'Banner leaving was a big hit for him.
Okay. I was reading up a little bit on the bio. And I didn't know this. You were playing for the Germany under-20 national team.
Yeah.
So why Germany? Why? There's the U.S. Do you have German ties?
Yeah. So my dad is from Germany.
Okay.
He came over here when he was 28 or so.
Okay.
And so when I turned 18 and I was getting recruited by these colleges, they found out that my dad was from Germany. And when it comes to like playing overseas, if you have German citizenship or any sort of European citizenship, you can go over and play much easier and usually for a lot more money.
Right.
And so when they found that out, they were harping on me to get my German passport. So I flew to Chicago when I turned 18 and got that. So I got my German passport. So I have German citizenship and U.S. citizenship.
Wow.
Congrats.
Yeah, but that experience after my freshman year it was insane. I think that summer I went to like 7 different countries. With Germany, I went to obviously Germany, Spain, Italy, and then we did like the European Championships were in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
that was in Tel Aviv. Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Did you ever play against the U.S. team at all? Or?
No, it was all European teams.
Really?
So
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Would you go back to Germany after you graduate if you had an opportunity?
yeah,
Beyond college, obviously.
for sure. Especially with like playing overseas and playing professionally.
Yeah.
Germany is obviously a big part in that, and somewhere I'll probably end up being at some point in my basketball career. But something I have been thinking about as far as like national team stuff is the Olympics and stuff. And obviously growing up, that was a big dream of mine, but I never thought that it would be like possible. But it's looking like it could be a possibility in the future, and definitely something I would be very interested in.
For sure.
Nice.
That's super cool. Going back to the NCAA tournament, and obviously in 2020, you guys won, right? So you were going to go.
Yeah.
Whole country shuts down
It's tough.
to March Madness. Talk about that a little bit. That's got to be just devastating.
Yeah, so we won on a Tuesday night. I think we got back, and that Wednesday night was when I turned on ESPN and I saw Rudy Gobert touch like all the mics and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the next day, we found out that we weren't going to play and everything was getting shut down. We had to go home, and it was I just felt really bad for our seniors because they were such a great group of leaders, and we were really, really good that year, really talented, and we just won the Summer League Championship by like 30.
Yeah.
And we're really excited to try to make a run in the tournament, but I think everything happens for a reason, and obviously it was really did not feel good in the time, but we were able to. We came back home for like 2, 3, maybe even 4 months, and then finally went back in June, and that's when kind of our new wave of leadership came. So
Nice.
And it was a tough day for everyone. I still remember where I was, like, when everything just... I think there was, like, some conference tournaments getting kicked off.
There you go.
Nice.
And it just, like, one game got canceled, like, at halftime, and I think I had bet on, like, a team that was favored by, like... I thought I just did something with my mic. Nope, we're good. I favored on... Somebody was favored by, like, 15, and they were down, like, 12 at half. I think it was Creighton. They were down at, like, 12 at half, and it got canceled. And
Yes,
I
I
do
do
remember
remember
was
that.
so
actually.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Didn't lose that hypothetical bet. But, yeah, it was a wild day. I was devastated just as a sports bettor, so I can't imagine as an athlete how it felt.
especially being in like mid-major basketball, where that's like the peak.
Yeah,
and that's what
yeah,
you
exactly.
strive for.
Mm-hmm.
Hand up. I will admit I did bet against you guys in one of the games this year in the conference.
Hypothetically, of course.
Hypothetically. It was the Denver game.
Oh,
I had bet on Denver a couple times this year. Didn't even know who they were playing. I just saw them. I saw Denver on the board. I saw they were not favored. I'm like, this could be it. This is, a winner. And then I realized you guys beat them by like
a lot.
It was like 20 or something.
I bet on
it
you
was
guys.
close
I
for a
appreciate
while.
it.
Yeah,
Thank
got
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
And,
close. It was really close for like 3/4 of the game.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Kinda.
and then you guys kind of took.
Was that
over.
the game you threw down that nasty dunk?
Yeah,
Was that was?
yeah, yeah.
That was so
I was
sick.
watching. Yeah, I realized I made a mistake there. But yeah, no. So yeah, but I guess I don't know if you guys have any more questions, but
Yeah, I had one. So you obviously had some health troubles this year. And I didn't know a ton about it. Can you talk about that a little bit if you want to?
Yeah. Definitely a crazy experience, but our first official game was a home game against like a D3 school, and I just felt really weird at halftime. And even during the first half, like I could tell something was wrong. So we like checked my heart and went to the doctor the next day and did an EKG, and everything looked fine. So we were like, all right, we'll be fine and just battle through it, I guess. And so we flew out to California for our first game against Cal Poly, and that night we practiced, and I felt kind of the same. But then I talked to our coach, and we were like, yeah, we'll start you at the 1 and play like 30 minutes or whatever. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then that night I just couldn't fall asleep and started to get nauseous, and I stood up, and I don't really remember a whole lot more that night until I've got fluids and stuff. But I know I like passed out on the floor, threw up a bunch of blood, lost more than half of it, and then I kind of vaguely remembered that like the EMTs coming, and they called 911 and everything, and there was like 10 people in our hotel room, and they were just trying to like stab me to get like the IV in, and they couldn't get it, and because my my blood pressure was so low. So yeah, I doctors have said like they don't know how I wasn't in a coma and stuff, and
Wow.
so it was a crazy experience. But eventually I got to the hospital, and they told me I had an ulcer, and had surgery the next day. And basically after that I was okay, but I still didn't have like a whole bunch of blood. It took a really long time. And coming back to Fargo, I had to get a blood transfusion and then 2 iron infusions. So I used to have like the biggest fear of needles, and now it's just like poke me whatever, man. Like I got you.
I'm still super scared of needles. I couldn't do that, but
Yeah,
well, glad you're okay. I
appreciate that.
That's crazy.
I was definitely something I'll never forget.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Yeah, you guys got any more questions?
I had one more question. Just kind of with March Madness coming up, you know, there's always a Cinderella story, and you kind of alluded to it earlier with mid majors. It's kind of like this is their moment. This is what they play for all season to get to the tournament. What is it that like allows these mid major teams, these Oral Roberts and all the teams in the past, to make their runs and beat these teams with a lot more talent than them?
Yeah. To be honest, I think a lot of the times mid-major teams are so, because high major has like this. I've never even experienced it, but you know, they get the private jets, they get like all this stuff and these really, really nice facilities, and these mid-major teams, you know, some of them don't even like fly. They bus everywhere, and it's like it really brings them together. And I think, you know, chemistry and that type of stuff plays a big role in March. I don't really think it's like an X's and O's type of thing, but especially a lot of these kids that have the Cinderella stories and stuff have, you know, they go into this tournament feeling like they have something to prove. Maybe that they got overlooked by all the high majors, and just having that motivation. And I think that kind of propels them sometimes to beat the big name teams.
So bet on every underdog.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Especially the 16s.
That's what I needed to hear.
Absolutely.
16. Okay. Yeah.
That's all we need to hear.
Bet the money line. Got it.
So kind of to close, I guess, is obviously with this transfer portal news, and you don't have to tell me anything.
So
Do you have, just give us maybe a conference that might be looking at
Conference.
you.
Big Ten is definitely involved.
Let's go!
Oh,
Come
right.
on!
Yeah. That's,
Come on!
let's go. Can we
Big
break
Ten.
it now?
Is it somewhere in Middle America, Big 12, like, you don't have to say that.
Big 10.
Or Big
Yeah,
10,
wait,
Big 10.
You know, we got Big Ten. We'll
Big 10.
we'll be
We'll
content
take
with
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Sam Griesel to Nebraska. You heard it first.
There it is.
Yep,
Yeah,
let's
there it
go.
is.
All right. Well, Sam, thank you. Sam's going to stick around and actually do some bracketology with us.
We have
Yes,
Pat
sir.
Clare in studio.
We do. Our sports analyst.
Pat Clare.
There he is.
He's got the notebook already
Yeah,
out.
he's ready to roll. All right. Well, we'll be right back. All right. This is the Boys Down Bad bracket featuring Sammy Hoops and Pat Clare. We're going to pick the perfect bracket. How it's going to work is we're going to talk about each game. We're going to vote on it. Since we have 5, we'll for sure have an odd number, so we'll be able to pick a winner. And we're going to pick the first. Has there ever been a perfect bracket? There hasn't, right?
Nope.
Never. We're going to pick
No.
the first one right now on camera. Yeah. So, 4 weeks? Yeah, it is. So, well, boys, let's start it off. Gonzaga, Georgia State. Do we have to talk about this one?
Everybody's in Gonzaga. Say aye.
Aye.
Georgia State should have been a 14 seed, but their road will come to an end in Portland.
All right.
I forgot to put the cities on there. That's okay.
All right, our first contentious one, Boise State and Memphis. I know nothing about this.
Yeah, I got to listen to Pat on this one.
Memphis has talent, right? It's just if they put it together. Pat, you take it away.
I don't know. They had a really sloppy start to the year, but it's like ever since they switched to the Memphis State uniforms, they've been playing really good.
Okay.
Killed
like that.
Houston when they needed it the most to kind of secure a spot a couple weeks ago. I would take them over the Mountain West team.
I'll go with that.
nine
How did
seed,
Boise
still
State do
favored.
in the Mountain West tournament?
They lost in the championship because they beat Colorado State in the semis, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who won the
Yes.
Mountain West?
The team that Boise State lost to.
Very good.
Was it
Correct.
Was it San Diego State?
Maybe.
Oh, yes, I think it was,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
How many bids did Mountain West have this year?
4. More than the Pac-12.
4. So, okay, let's just go around the room. Trevin?
Memphis.
Jack talking
Memphis.
Speaking of the mic, Billy.
Memphis.
He handed me the mark.
Is Penny Hardaway their coach still?
Yes.
Memphis.
Of course, that's
Yep.
three.
That's
Yeah.
3,
Yep.
so we don't even have to, yeah.
Memphis State.
All right, UConn and New
that's a good
Mexico
one.
State. Sam likes this one.
Teddy
Buckets?
Allen. Teddy
Teddy
Allen.
Buckets?
Yeah.
Teddy buckets.
12-5 is a common upset. Big East isn't that good.
Coin flip game. I have no idea.
I agree.
Bracket's still blank on this one. I have no opinion. Coin flip game.
I'll start it with New Mexico State. I got New Mexico State.
I've in my one bracket I filled out, I had New Mexico State, so
I also like New Mexico State, so
There
we're
it
going to
is.
NMSU. Nice.
way ahead of you, Trev. All right, Arkansas and Vermont. Gosh, I know nothing. This is all gut.
I know it opened -6.5 Arkansas and it's down to 5. It was quickly hit. Vermont is like a Loyola where it is just beautiful basketball,
Vermont's
like a
good.
St. Mary's.
Vermont's good.
Defense without fouling, long possessions, hit shots. It's
a good March
It's
team
very
right
similar to Loyola, and it's also being played in Buffalo, so it's more of a home court advantage for Vermont than Arkansas.
I'm looking at this Vermont basketball team right now. I pick a lot of my picks based off the looks of the players. If it looks like a March Madness team, I love what I'm looking at right now. Got a couple thick guys. Got a couple guys that can ball out. 15's a sharpshooter. He might not play, but he's a sharpshooter. This guy's post Davis.
Davis is their
He
two-time America East Player of the Year. I think it's 32.
If I remember right, Colgate
That guy.
almost pulled the upset against Arkansas last year, or they did. They did.
They did not. They
They
were
did not.
up
It was
by a
close.
lot in the
And
first half.
Arkansas came back.
Yeah.
I think Vermont wins this basketball game.
Mm.
They might go to the Sweet 16.
Okay.
I got Arkansas. They're still good. Still a good team.
I like Arkansas too.
Vermont.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
I got Arkansas for my boy
Yeah.
Stanley Amude.
Stanley Moody. Shout out that guy.
All right, Alabama and Rutgers / Notre Dame. I don't know his name, but I like the guy on Rutgers who wears a headband. You know his name? Yes, Geo Baker. I like him. So
I can see it. I like Rutgers defense versus offense.
When is that playing game? Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. I was gonna say we're just assuming Rutgers
Yeah.
is gonna get past
True.
Notre Dame.
Yes.
Do you watch Rutgers play again?
I think so.
That when they're not
Track.
right. Yeah.
Somebody.
This is why we bring you.
Me. I don't know. I personally think Notre Dame will beat Rutgers and Notre Dame will beat Alabama.
ooh.
Alabama's so inconsistent. Just live and die by the 3.
Mhm.
I like the playing team getting a game under their belt. This is also a late game on Friday night, so it's not like travel should be an issue. It's not like it's a quick turnaround spot. I would like really either of those teams that wins the playing game to take down Alabama.
I agree, 'cause I bet on Alabama one time this year, and it was I think they were 2 for 28 from 3.
I do remember.
I was so mad and upset because this is like a team that lives and die by the 3. It's Alabama, and I lost my ass on it. So I'm gonna go Rutgers, Notre Dame, either or, but I do like Rutgers.
So we got 2.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Next, we got Texas Tech and Montana State. Don't know anything about Montana State.
They got that huge guy.
Got the
Yep.
no, but he doesn't play.
Oh yeah, he doesn't play.
But he's still a presence.
Sam knew some about him.
Yeah, we played him this year.
Played him. Yeah.
Montana State's good. I think Texas Tech has too much talent. I think it's a close game, but I got Texas Tech.
We also have Tech.
Tech.
Yeah. One of those don't overthink it.
Yep.
It is March.
Clay loves Montana State.
I think Clay has some opinions about this next game. We got Michigan State, Davidson.
I love this Davidson team. I've been watching them all year, Pat. Huang Jong Lee is a sharpshooter. And Maury
which one is that?
Lanier. This guy right here.
Oh, okay.
He's 6'7", 210, out of South Korea, NBA Global Academy. A lot of prospects are looking at him. We're going down the line here. Nelson Bochi Yadum from London, England. Sharpshooter.
I'm pretty sure their point guard played at Michigan State last year, right?
Yeah, Foster Lawyer.
Interesting.
Michael
Revenge game.
Michael Katzok rhymes with Michael Katz.
matchup. Fun fact.
He's a freshman. I don't know if he plays, but a good name. Pat, what do you think?
I like Davidson. I
Yeah.
feel like I never know what to expect out of Michigan State. I know it's the narrative of Izzo and
Yeah,
Mark,
Izzo.
but
I
I
was
still like
just going to
Davidson.
bring that up. But people forget Michigan State lost in the play-in last year. Didn't even make it. I don't know. I've never thought Michigan State was that good this year. So, Davidson.
Who they lose to in that playing game?
UCLA. Duke Fullerton. Do we need to talk about it?
We're good.
All right. Fullerton,
Hope they
obviously.
lose.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh, it'd be awesome. Yeah. We gonna finish out top left or keep going down?
Oh yeah,
with
what do
the,
you guys want to do?
Let's keep going.
yeah.
Down?
I was gonna say that.
Oh gosh.
Baylor, Norfolk State. Nothing.
Give me Baylor.
Nope. North Carolina, Marquette. Anybody with a thought?
I like North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
North Carolina, what, -3, I believe, against the Marquette team that did not finish the year off well. Got pounded by Creighton in the first round of the Big East.
Shaka Smart is not a good coach in March. He had that one run with Michigan State, and like his record since then is awful. So yeah, North Carolina.
I like North Carolina.
Wasn't it VCU?
Yeah, it was not.
Excuse me, it was VCU.
I did hear Michigan State. I was like,
Wichita. No, I said Wichita State.
Oh, I
thought you said Michigan.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little congested. He was not. I was wrong in both accounts. I said Wichita State. They all heard Michigan State. Either way, it was VCU. So, St. Mary's and Wyoming / Indiana. Do we have a score update in Wyoming, Indiana? 11-8 Indiana. We'll say Indiana.
I like Indiana.
They're, yeah.
In the play-in or
They're,
against St. Mary's?
they're pretty hot right now.
Yeah,
Against St. Mary's.
Yeah, against St. Mary's.
I like St. Mary's. This is one where Indiana had the Big Ten tournament run. Played till what? They played Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now they go play Tuesday. And then you have to go play again Thursday if you win. And I believe that is on the West Coast because they'd have UCLA and St. Mary's out west. I want to say that. Is that in Portland? It is in Portland. So, just seems like a bad spot for Indiana. Maybe gassed. I like the St. Mary's team. They'll just kill you. I love
that
St.
was pretty
Mary's.
convincing, I'm not going to lie.
I feel like this is going to be one of the most popular upset picks because everybody has to take their upsets. And it's a big-name school versus St. Mary's, so I don't mind fading the public with St. Mary's. Yeah.
I'll take St. Mary's.
I like St. Mary's. It'll be a short spread. I mean, it'll be like probably a 2-point spread if it's Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
But-
hammering St. Mary's.
Yes.
Well, we'll see what the number is.
Hypothetically, potentially. UCLA, Akron.
I do have a thought on this one.
Okay.
I love UCLA. They have a lot of experience. A lot of guys back from last year when they made their run. That's my thought.
That's a good thought. I like
Yeah,
UCLA.
I got UCLA this year.
UCLA. Final answer.
Akron is one of those, if you want to get crazy, they take so many threes and they're such slow tempo, or if they're hot and get out to a lead, it could be tough for UCLA to come back. But that's not me telling you to take Akron. Maybe for the points. I took them on the points at 14, I think it was, but not to win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that, yeah.
Maybe not hypothetically.
Another probably popular upset pick. Red hot Virginia Tech against slow-paced Texas.
Virginia Tech all the way.
I agree.
I love
Like Svatek. Oh, we got 3. All right, Virginia Tech it is. Make it easy.
Snail's pace there. 2 of the slowest teams in the country.
Yeah, true. Purdue, Yale.
Purdue.
I got Purdue.
Purdue big.
Nice.
I think it's Luke. Murray State, San Francisco. 30-2 Murray State as a 7 seed against the San Francisco Dons. Don't know their record, but
San Francisco is 24-9.
wow. 6 losses combined. That doesn't seem right. That one of them has to lose first round.
24-9 to San Francisco.
Math is hard.
It is. This is
not-
March.
What's it?
not
I want to
my
hear. I
job
want
or
to.
anything.
I want to hear your opinion on this one.
I don't know. It's a shame that these two teams have to play each other in the first round. I would have loved to see either of these teams take out a Power 5.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would lean to Murray State.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
say
go
Murray
Murray.
State. John Morant's a beast.
Yeah. Really killing it this year.
And
There.
then you get the
He's having a good
Yeah.
year.
yeah. Gosh, the matchup.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yes. What a second
I
round
couldn't tell
matchup
you
that's
where
going to
St.
be.
Peters is.
East Coast.
St. Peter's.
Yeah, let's just go down this way quick.
All right.
Gonzaga.
Give me Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
I feel really good about it so far.
Teddy Buckets in New Mexico State versus Arkansas.
New Mexico State.
I got New Mexico State.
You got a lot of up. Okay, yep.
I love New Mexico State.
Oh, wow. Well, we're taking New Mexico State.
We are.
That was quick.
There's no thought. No thought. I don't even want to hear you. I don't even want to hear the opinion. Okay.
Any of those 4 in that pod could go to the Sweet 16. UConn, New Mexico State, Arkansas, Vermont. It could be any of those 4.
Vermont. I was saying that.
Catamounts.
Okay. Rutgers or Texas Tech?
Texas Tech
Yeah, Texas Tech.
Tech.
will beat Notre Dame.
Huang John.
This intrigues me a little bit.
Steph Curry and Davidson versus Duke.
Huang Jong Lee, 38, 15, and 10.
That is a stat line.
Duke.
I got
Coin
Duke.
flip game.
Whoa.
I agree. Just from the gut. But we're going to go.
We gotta take it
I say
Yeah,
I say
I say
Duke. Duke.
Duke's fine.
Sam Ncaa has a huge game on the boards.
We gotta say it in the
Baylor in North Carolina. I like Baylor.
Baylor.
Baylor's so good.
Are they?
I think so. I saw him play a couple times this year.
Good insight.
They have a guy with blue hair, like pink
I mean,
hair.
that's elite. That's elite.
Sometimes it's like pink and tan. I don't know. He changes it all the time.
They also have the guy with the mullet. I like him.
Oh yeah, mullet guy. You know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I agree that
the Ncaa Tournament guy's done. They've got injuries.
They do have injuries.
Yes. Whether that's enough to keep them out of the round is, or whether to keep them out of Sweet 16, I don't know. But I don't know.
It's a vote.
Baylor.
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 This is an interesting one.
St. Mary's, UCLA. I mean, I have UCLA in my Elite Eight, but I do think they do beat Baylor in the next round. But if you guys like St. Mary's, I haven't seen 1 minute of St. Mary's
Yeah.
basketball, I'll be honest.
Pat, we're going to you.
I want to look at something.
Here we go.
Analyst Pat is doing his job. I mean, did UCLA lose anybody from last year?
While he's looking, they have Jaime Hines.
While he's looking this up, can we does it say is Murray State going to beat Kentucky, or is Kentucky going to beat Murray State? Do we have to think on that one too?
That is an insane matchup.
Really?
Like that's Murray State's at Kentucky too, so that's.
Yeah.
I mean, a type of matchup where Murray State has everything to gain, and Kentucky it's everything to lose. Imagine the state of Kentucky if Murray State wins that game. But that being said, I still like Kentucky there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Kentucky.
Let's take Kentucky.
Why did we jump?
While he's
While
looking
he's
it up,
looking.
just to speed up the pace.
Okay.
That's good.
Speed up the speed. Okay. Tech Purdue. Virginia Tech's going to cool down.
I got
They're
Purdue,
way too
Purdue in
hot.
that one.
Yeah.
They're way too hot right now. It's not going to last. Right, Pat?
Hard to say. I don't know. Purdue is not a good defensive team. It's hard to take them to win multiple games, but I don't have any problem beating Virginia Tech.
Okay. Do we have that stat? St. Mary's. I actually love St. Mary's, personally.
I have no idea.
I like UCLA.
UCLA?
Okay. Bleep that.
That's fine.
Thought you get one per show.
Yeah. All right.
He did say he was going to use more profanity this time.
All right. Gonzaga, New Mexico State.
I like the Zags.
Give me the Zags.
Okay.
Got to say the game, Clay.
Duke, Texas Tech.
Is Texas Tech healthy? I got Texas Tech in that game.
Whoa.
I think I like that too.
Texas Tech would be favored in that game.
They would be favored.
Yeah, they would not lose that game.
Whoa.
I'm all right with it. I don't think Duke's going far. So. Texas Tech.
And Coach K is out.
See ya.
And their retirement tour is over. Baylor, UCLA.
They played last
Mm.
year.
No, Baylor played Gonzaga.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to ride with the guy with the blue hair. Baylor.
Blue hair guy.
Solid reasoning. I like it.
I've seen him play a few times.
I got UCLA. But-
1-1.
I think I do too.
2-1 UCLA.
Winner of St. Mary's and UCLA moves on to the Elite Eight.
There it is.
St. Mary's or UCLA to the Elite Eight.
Write that down like a playing game.
Yeah.
I like Kentucky.
Purdue and Kentucky. I have Purdue.
I got Purdue.
Kentucky.
Here we go.
the
Here we
clay.
go.
We need to look at the pictures.
What's the
Yeah,
what's
bring
the
up the
8-foot guy on Purdue? What's his name?
Edie. Zach Edie.
Hamels.
That's Edie. I thought Edie was another one.
No, Edie's a big
I'm pretty-
Russian dude.
yeah.
Canadian dude.
I think that's right.
And then there's Travion Williams. Who's
I'd love to see Sheboy just eat him up.
I've seen Tobin play a little bit. Toppin.
Obi.
Obi Toppin.
He's in the NBA.
His
Is he in
brother.
the NBA?
His brother.
His brother plays, right?
Yeah.
For Kentucky? Yeah. I've watched a few Kentucky games this year. I'm going to go with Purdue.
Yeah. Okay. Oiler up.
What a dumb pick. All right. And our final four.
I just lost an NIT under. Because it's going to overtime.
Oh, that's tough. Zags.
I got Gonzaga. Yep.
They're so good. Chet Holmgren.
Too good.
For our for the people listening on Spotify, can we say who they're playing?
Yeah, Clay.
Gonzaga.
Oh,
Texas.
sorry.
If you have the mic, we need you to.
Sorry. Gonzaga. Texas Tech. Zags will be winning. Chet Holmgren. UCLA. Purdue. Who's the guy from Nebraska on Gonzaga? I can't
Hunter
remember. his name.
Salas.
Hunter Salas. He doesn't start though.
He doesn't start.
He didn't start.
He comes off the bench.
Yeah,
Plays,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Timmy. Drew Timmy. Is he healthy?
Timmy Turner. He is healthy.
Drew Timmy.
Oh, as far as I know, he is.
Yeah.
Be news
This
to
is
me
going to
if
be
he's
a good
hurt.
team, Gonzaga. Okay.
They're tough out.
I don't know. We agree on that like 2 minutes ago. Okay, UCLA, Purdue. I hate that. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Sometimes you get to like the Elite Eight, and it's like, how did I come to these two teams?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
just wait
yeah,
till the Midwest.
Normally part of the perfect bracket.
Yep.
that's a disgusting
Give me Purdue.
bottom left.
I say UCLA. Purdue's not making it that far.
Yeah, I'm going to go UCLA as well.
I'm gonna say Purdue, but I don't like that Purdue Kentucky matchup. But oh well.
Love UCLA.
That's fine. So a rematch of UCLA Gonzaga in the Final Four. That's pretty basic by us.
Yeah.
And I believe
done.
UCLA was in this region and Gonzaga was in this region last year. Am I correct?
That would be correct. Yep. Yep,
Wow.
they were one overall
We're going-
seed last year.
Going
Yeah.
out on a limb here. Jeez. Well, we'll move on to the top right region.
Who's going to win this game?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Gonzaga.
Well, based off last year.
We were close. Just put one up there.
Oh, shit.
Shoot.
Like put like one line there
This is
and one on the bottom.
Yeah,
This is good. This is a good
this
radio.
is good podcasting.
I was
But
just
then
thinking
where's
one
champion
line
go?
there,
Yeah.
One line there, and then keep the big line for the champion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You're about to play Hangman.
Really. There you go. Job, Clay.
I mean, if it comes down to Gonzaga, UCLA in a revenge game, I could see UCLA, but I don't think it'll come down to these two.
I got the Zags.
I do too.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on. Okay.
There's your left side of the bracket. That's all you need. Clay, can you squat a little bit just to show the people?
I hate that bottom left.
It is a
It's like
hell
we,
of a region.
It's like we
There's
had a
so many
stroke in
teams.
this. We had the stroke in round of 32. Misprinted UCLA over St. Mary's. I've still that Baylor North Carolina game. I still don't know.
There's so many I don't know.
the
There's so
blue
many
hair
good
guy.
teams in the bottom left. Why can't
Yeah.
we move some of those to the bottom right where there's not a single good team?
Exactly. What did Rothstein say? The region of vulnerability, bottom right.
That is bottom right. Yeah. I believe the bottom left is the region of prospects.
It's well put, Rothstein. Okay. Arizona, and that is Wright State and Bryant. You can't tell Bryant, but
Right State first.
Wright
Picking
State.
Hey, I'm excited to watch that game though with the kid from Bryant.
Kiss. Yeah. Psycho.
So what are you saying?
Could it be
I got Arizona.
Arizona? Yeah, they're pretty. All right.
That dude is something else.
Okay. Seton Hall and TCU. TCU, are they going to burn out here?
They just beat Texas, right?
Yeah. Pat, what do you think? Is TCU is this luck? Or is
I
this-
don't know. These are two teams that are going to kill each other in the first round. Just two bruisers. Tough defense. I have no idea. I'll probably go TCU.
Yeah, I said TCU.
Let's say TCU.
Sure.
Big 12 is better than Big East.
Houston and UAB. I love UAB.
I got UAB in this one.
Jordan Jelly Walker. That's all I know. But that's enough. We need an upset game here. Like I don't think we've had enough. Well, kind of.
Top left, man.
Top left, true, yeah. Okay.
We got Teddy Allen in the Sweet 16.
We got UAB.
I think Houston, personally, but I don't want to talk you guys off of it.
Oh, I like Houston.
Houston is number 4 in Ken Palm in the country, but they got a 5 seed.
Houston's lengthy.
People forget Houston's. And they make the Elite Eight last year.
I thought they made the Final Four last year. Didn't they play Baylor?
I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't seen Houston play this year.
Houston's just solid. They're one of the 5 teams in the country that's top 20 in adjusted offense and adjusted defense in Ken Palm. A lot of times, a team like
when
that.
When he just says these words, I gotta go Houston now.
It's
I'm gonna go Houston.
one of the few teams that's very good on both sides of the ball. The five teams that are top 20 in adjusted offense and defense in Ken Palm are Gonzaga, Arizona, Houston, Baylor, and UCLA.
It's Houston.
There you have it.
Okay.
Okay, we got
Always
Illinois.
been Houston.
Always.
Illinois and Chattanooga. Illinois.
Is Chattanooga
Agreed.
the team that hit the half quarter to keep their season alive? That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride that high.
Illinois was co-Big Ten champions with Wisconsin.
Yeah, that was a choke by Wisconsin.
Regular season. So it's got to be.
But Chattanooga has that Kansas transfer.
Yeah, I
that
was
could
just gonna
guard
ask.
Coburn.
How does he end up at Chattanooga?
I have no idea.
Grades.
Still like Illinois.
We'll go with that.
Illinois.
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 It's a good story, but
Tight game, potentially.
I can see it being tight. Illinois to pull away late.
Plus.
Chattanooga first half.
Plus points. Okay.
Isn't Michigan favored in this game? Is that right or no?
That is correct. Michigan is -2.5.
Wouldn't that be funny if Juwan and Greg Gard met each other again in the Final Four?
That would be great, good stuff.
I don't know anything about Colorado State.
They're good. I think they're really good.
Michigan's a really physical team.
David Roddy.
They're a good team and a good conference.
Really physical.
I want to say they're regular season champs in the Mountain West.
Regular season,
Could
yeah, I
be
think
wrong.
so. And then lost in the semis.
I don't know. The line is very interesting. Michigan, you can make an argument, shouldn't have even gotten in. And not only
True.
did they get in, they don't
No
even have to play a playing game, and they give them about the best draw you can ask
Do you think
for.
A&M deserves to be in over Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to get super off topic here, but it's
Sorry,
like
sorry.
the committee didn't pay much attention to conference tournament week. I know it's about the full body of work, but you look at a team like this, Illinois, who lost their first game of the Big Ten, and you look at a team like this, who won the conference, Iowa, and is a 5. I don't know. It's questionable. You look at a team like Tennessee, who won the SEC and is a 3. You look at a team like Auburn, who lost their first day of the tournament, and are a 2. I don't know.
I agree.
Anyway,
Well,
So I got Colorado State.
first game of the tournament, Colorado State, Michigan.
Is it really? Shoot, we have to get this one right.
I know. Usually they give you a couple easier ones to start, but it's
Oh, God.
coin flip Colorado State, Michigan. Coin flip Providence, South
this
Dakota
determines
State.
how
Two
my
coin
week.
flips to start
This
off.
determines how the rest of my week goes. So.
A perfect record.
Maybe we should come back to it.
Should we come back to it?
I'm okay with Colorado State.
I like Colorado State.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Michigan should be good, but they're just not.
This is one where I in your bracket pools, I bet more people have Michigan than Colorado
Oh,
State
yeah.
just for the name.
Play.
Longwood's a
It's
good
Longwood.
basketball team. It's the Longwood Lancers out of what conference, Pat?
Big
The
South.
SWAC. Big South. The Big South. I
Texas,
love
I
this
think Texas
team.
Southern is out of the SWAC. I want to say.
I love this team. Number 0, Leslie Nickerwewim and Nate Litteris. It rhymes with Nate. Take Longwood. Take them. They're going to go to the Sweet 16 this year.
Should we take to the vote? I'll take Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Sorry.
Okay.
Take Longwood.
Look at this. They have a guy named Prosper Abediboob and Gahardi LeCount.
All right,
this
next
team's
game.
going to win.
Next game. Clay.
Oh, sorry. Ohio State, Loyola Chicago. Sister
Loyola.
Jean.
Sister Jean.
She's still rolling.
That's all you gotta say. Rolling to heaven. Rolling to heaven.
She's on a roll with Christ.
A roll with Christ. Yes.
Sisters jeans. Okay. Loyola Chicago.
Yeah.
Loyola Chicago for everything that I have. First game Friday.
Okay.
Nova Delaware.
Can you talk about it?
No.
Football rivalry game.
Really?
It's important.
Kansas.
KU.
Texas South. KU. San Diego State. Creighton.
What is this region, man?
Nice. What is this game? I don't know. I can't
This
see
will be
right.
ugly. This is a defensive team, San Diego State, against a team that doesn't have a point guard. I like San Diego State.
I'm going to go San Diego State. I hate Creighton.
I got Creighton.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is it up to me?
No. Well, I'll make it up to you. Creighton.
Gosh. Is Nemhard out?
Yeah.
They've been playing pretty good without him, though. I don't know how. San Diego State. I just don't want to cheer for Creighton.
Good pick. We got Iowa.
We're gonna have two SDSUs.
we are.
It's fine.
Unless we don't
We
choose.
are.
us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are.
San Diego. Okay. Iowa, Richmond. Pat, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Richmond.
This was a team that would not have gotten in had they not beaten Dayton in the A-10 championship. They're hot. They just won their conference. I don't know.
Richmond seems like a
Same
team.
with Iowa.
They're a
Yeah.
familiar team in the tournament every year too.
So,
Richmond,
but
St. Mary's.
Steam came in on the opener.
Two
Open
teams that
minus
won
8.5. It's 10.5 now.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
2 teams that won their
Whoa.
conferences.
That is correct.
Hmm.
I think Iowa. Iowa's going to be a very, very
Iowa's playing
popular
so good.
pick.
I hate Iowa.
I do too, but they're good.
Okay, Iowa.
They're playing
Mhm.
good.
Okay. Providence, San Diego State University.
Interesting.
We're gonna take this over
San
to.
Diego State.
Oh, I said. Oh, sorry. South Dakota State University. I'm gonna put this one over to Sam.
Yeah, same.
I got SDSU in this one.
SDSU. How many have they won in a row now? Like 20 some in a row.
I
haven't
haven't,
lost
lost
since
since December 12th. So
Holy crap! I don't see them losing now.
Good with it.
Why stop now?
So would they have gotten in if they lost? Did you guys played them in the championship, right?
yeah. So they probably wouldn't have gotten
They
in.
wouldn't have got that. Would have been.
Especially,
criminal.
I think the biggest thing was because they lost to Idaho. That was a really bad loss for them. But I mean, the Summit League just isn't going to be a two-bid league.
Yeah.
So.
LSU and Iowa State. LSU just their coach. They're under a lot of turmoil. They just fired their coach before the NCAA tournament because they're getting in trouble.
And after the conference tournament and before the
Yeah.
NCAA? Wow.
Yeah. But Iowa State isn't
Interesting.
very good either, so
This is a disgusting 4
It's-
teams.
terrible. I have no idea.
Iowa State started out so hot.
Yeah,
and
I was going to
Just-
say.
I don't even know how they made it in.
Weren't they at the bottom of the Big 12?
For a long time, they were. Yeah, they were below 500 in the Big 12 for sure.
I got nothing here. I think I'm gonna go LSU, just because
This is a
they're the
tough
more
one, huh?
talented team, and maybe they'll play with a little chip on their shoulder without a
I'll go LSU as
head
well.
coach.
I lean to Iowa State. I'll probably take Iowa State just for the weird turmoil with LSU. Makes no sense why Will-Wade's gone mid-season when they still have a tournament
That's
bid.
why-
I'll
It'll
take
probably
Iowa
make
State.
sense here in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I like Iowa State too. With all this news coming out.
the game is in Milwaukee. Iowa State will have the crowd.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
like Iowa State.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
He sold me on that last one.
Love Iowa State.
Colgate. Do we know Colgate's mascot yet? They were a huge team. The toothbrushes of Colgate. Okay, Wisconsin Colgate. I think. What do you think, Pat?
Wisconsin's faded down the stretch. You can say what you want about Nebraska,
They're dying out.
but lost Nebraska at home, and they could have clinched the conference. Lost in their first game in the Big Ten against Michigan State.
Yeah.
This game is in Milwaukee. It's the last game on Friday, so it'll be an insane crowd for Wisconsin. Colgate is the second team in the country behind South Dakota State in three-point percentage.
Whoa.
So it's another high-variance game. It's a small spread for a 3-14, only a 7.5-point spread. If you want to get crazy, you could go Colgate. I don't know.
Should we get crazy?
I feel like we should. We need at least
Should we
one.
go
I'll
nuts?
go crazy.
I like a crazy one here.
I've never thought Wisconsin was good. So.
Toothpastes of Colgate.
Toothpaste. Moving on.
Okay, USC. Okay, so our camera died, so now we're to a backup camera, and and then we were talking about USC Miami, and I think we all picked USC.
It's a
I
great
hope.
game for the camera to die, really.
Yeah, because no one cares
Game
about
sucks.
this.
Is that we going USC?
Can we just say USC? Do you have any input on this game? Do you care?
I'm okay with
this
that.
game?
Well, I hate Auburn, so as much as I really don't love this game, I don't know. We're in the first
You
round.
hate Auburn, so what are you
Shut up.
saying?
State does not deserve to be in the tournament,
Yeah,
as we've talked about on the pad.
Yeah.
Bellarmine,
Bellarmine.
however you say it. Take Auburn
Agreed.
spread.
Take
For the sake of
Auburn.
that.
Auburn over money line and spread. Okay. Arizona. Okay, is everyone agree with that?
Arizona, yep.
Arizona.
And who are they playing?
They're playing TCU.
You can't read Dylan.
Well,
He doesn't have a mic.
listeners,
Houston, Illinois.
can't see.
Houston's lengthy. I like.
There it is again.
I like Houston. What do you think, Pat?
Tough one. I would go Houston.
Somebody else.
I got Houston as well.
All right.
After Pat's
Really short shorts.
great analysis in the first round of them.
Okay.
I don't necessarily love them, but they're statistically, like I say, number 4 in the country on KenPom. But if I
Colorado State, Tennessee should be Longwood, but yeah, Colorado State, Tennessee. I'm just gonna say Tennessee. I don't know anything about Colorado
I
State.
got Tennessee as well.
I'm gonna take the big power
Tennessee's a wagon.
wagon. Sister Jean versus Villanova.
You mean Nova?
Yeah, Nova. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Kansas, San Diego State. Kansas.
Yeah.
I got Kansas.
It's a no-brainer. Don't overthink
no,
this one.
no.
Don't overthink this one. Okay.
I don't love Kansas.
I don't
but
either.
San Diego State.
I don't love Kansas, but I don't love San Diego State.
San Diego State is offensively challenged.
Iowa, South Dakota State University.
I have a question for Sam on this one. I was going to ask you this either way, but we may as well ask it for the pod. So,
All right.
on a game like this, where South Dakota State's an underdog, and these teams play pretty much the same kind of game where it's just light it up offensively, shoot a lot of threes, make a lot of threes. So when the talent might be a little bit superior for Iowa, if you're in South Dakota State's shoes, would you rather have it be like this, where your opposing team is playing the same kind of ball, or would you rather have an opposing style in order to pull the upset?
That
Because
is
like in college football, Georgia and Michigan played in the playoffs. It's the same kind of ball, run first, elite line play. Georgia was just better in every area and killed them.
yeah.
Here, same kind of thing. Iowa just a little bit better as far as talent goes, but same style.
I would say when it comes to like a matchup like this, if I'm SDSU, I would rather play a different kind of brand than the opposing team. Just because I think if Iowa's hot, then they're tough to beat. But if they're not, and you can rely on getting stops and creating offense from getting stops, then you're going to be successful. So I still got Iowa in this one.
Because part of me wanted to take South Dakota State here, just with the threes and the variance. But
See, the thing
And
with South Dakota
Iowa's-
State, like for me, when we played them, everyone talks about like how many threes they make, and their percentages are obviously ridiculous. But I know like the first time we played them, they made 2 threes, I think, and like in every game that we played them, they didn't really shoot it that well from 3. So that it's not like they like live and die by the 3.
yeah,
They're very, very talented, in their whole roster, and I mean they know their roles and they exceed very well at their roles. I just think Iowa's very hot right now and playing really well. So
answers my question.
So what do we think?
I got Iowa.
Iowa. What do we think about Colgate and Iowa State?
Oh, what a gross game.
No, this is the these are the fun games. This is the game you look forward to on Sunday or Saturday.
that is, oh my
gross.
gosh.
Gross.
Colgate. Give me Colgate. Give me Colgate. I
Terrible
want Colgate.
jersey game, by the way. I love Colgate.
Sure.
Terrible jersey game.
You're gonna have perfect bracket.
That is
You gotta be
disgusting.
bold. Colgate to the Sweet 16.
Yes.
They
love
could
it.
go to the
I
Elite
love
Eight
it.
after looking at this USC Auburn game.
Disgusting.
USC Auburn.
Auburn.
I'll go Auburn.
I love Auburn. I know Pat doesn't.
I don't. I don't know.
Bruce Pearl.
Just wish there was a better 7 or 10, like a Loyola or a Murray State.
Yeah, that bottom
But-
right is gross.
Bottom right.
Wildcats versus Cougars. Who do we got?
Arizona.
Arizona's just so big. But they're the team
Those
that
are
kind of
just four
aren't they the
incredible
team that
teams
kind of
top right.
chokes it away? Okay, Tennessee Nova.
What a game.
What a game.
I like Villanova. I just think their brand of basketball wins in March.
Nova's a familiar team up there.
Didn't Tennessee lose first round last year? They got upset by some.
Wright State? Did they lose to Wright State?
Pick a long
No, they didn't. They killed.
Tennessee lost to somebody. But that's a different team this year. Same
This is where we could use Mr. Peters for a fact check.
Mr. Stack Day.
They did. You're right.
I
They
know
lost.
They lost. I can't think to who.
We're getting this here.
Good podcast.
This is good podcasting. It'll all come around, guys. Just give us a chance.
Oregon State.
Oregon State.
That's gross. They were
Would
terrible
not have
this
gotten
year.
that one.
Oregon State won like 5 games this year, I think.
3.
3 games.
Really?
They were
Even I
3
knew
and
that.
28 this
That's
year.
Oh
so
my
bad.
gosh.
Yeah, don't go there, Sam.
Have they texted you yet? Okay.
Anyways,
Oh, yeah. What?
Tennessee or Nova? I have no idea.
These are 2 really good teams.
I got Nova.
I agree.
I'll go Tennessee. Put the pressure on somebody.
No idea.
I'm gonna go Villanova.
There it is.
Is that 3?
All right, Nova.
All right. Good. I did not want the 2
It
2
makes-
going to me there.
Okay. Kansas, Iowa. Just a farmland battle right
Yeah,
now.
it is.
Just Midwest. This is power. I mean, at one point terrible football, but I guess not anymore for Iowa. I don't know.
I got Iowa in this one. If it's these 2.
Yeah. Kansas is overrated.
I would lean to Kansas. I don't know. I don't know. I think Iowa would be a very popular Final Four pick. I kind of want to fade that and take Kansas, but I don't know.
It all depends on if Iowa keeps playing like this. Like, they're so hot right now, but I don't know. I've never thought Kansas was that good, even though they keep beating good teams. It's just, I don't know.
It's an eye test.
I'll take Iowa. They really impressed me in the Big Ten championship. I kept live betting Purdue.
I
And
did, yeah.
Just
He got KU. So it's 2-1.
This is an eye test game for me. I've watched both teams all year. I like the Jayhawks, partially because I hate Iowa, and I'm gonna leave this one to Dylan, who
our perfect bracket rides on you.
yeah,
I'm going Iowa.
Iowa it is. Okay, all right.
Iowa, Colgate, Elite Eight.
Colgate, Auburn. Have we found out Colgate's mascot yet? Do we know that? Boy, yeah, I think Auburn.
Colgate Raiders.
The Colgate Raiders. Yeah, I think Auburn's gonna win that one. I don't know about you guys. It's just a glimmer of hope. Pat has second thoughts.
Both of these teams suck. Why are they in the Sweet 16? I don't know. Auburn.
Auburn, maybe.
Auburn.
Colgate's Cinderella story comes
2 teams
in.
that shoot a lot of threes. If it gets there,
Colgate was good. They were really good last year. They were supposed to be like. Didn't they play Arkansas?
yeah.
I think they were in it
Very
like the
high
whole
scoring.
game until the end.
It was 1 versus 2 in pace last year in the tournament.
Yeah.
And they flew.
Yeah. Arizona Nova. I think we're gonna
Arizona
2
for
good
me.
teams again. I love Arizona. wow, we got like an all West Coast Final Four so far, except for here. Iowa Auburn. I can't. I physically can't put Iowa in my Final Four. It's against every fiber of my being. I do think Auburn's good, contrary to analyst Pat's beliefs, but they're very streaky.
More people will have Iowa here than Auburn.
I agree, but I like Auburn.
I like Auburn as well.
I also like Auburn.
Yep.
Good. All right. Good. So we got Final Four. It's been 3 hours. But we crunched the numbers. We have
Is the Indiana game done yet?
we have Gonzaga. Nice. Gonzaga, UCLA.
Gonzaga. We have
Arizona.
Gonzaga beating UCLA.
We already have Gonzaga. I forgot we did that. Arizona, Auburn.
Arizona.
Oh, 1 seed championship. Nice, guys. We're never going to get perfect. Okay.
This is big.
I think Arizona's going to redeem themselves. I think they're going to be the champions this year. Well, they're the team that always loses like right away.
Gonzaga
didn't
has
they
been
lose
to the
last year?
championship twice and lost
Gonzaga's
twice.
not going to lose in the championship again.
Gonzaga doesn't know how to win. You think that toothpick
So
Chet
I got
Holmgren's
Arizona.
going to win?
All right, we're a little.
Is it
we're
2-2?
split here. Yeah, we might be split. A little split here. I like Gonzaga.
Wow. I liked Arizona.
All right,
Is-
two Arizona, one Gonzaga.
The words of John Rothstein: the student beats the teacher. Arizona beats Gonzaga.
All right.
Tommy
There
Lloyd
it is.
beats former boss. Mark
Perfect
Few.
bracket.
There it is.
And Arizona is your 2022 March Madness NCAA Tournament champions. Okay, should we do an NIT bracket now?
I already tried. It's
You
dead.
already tied.
Oh, yeah, it's already
All right.
we
Time
go.
for the
already
women's.
busted.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, this is it, boys. This is Arizona. We appreciate both Sam and Pat coming on for our perfect bracket here. Pat, do you have any closing words? Sam, do you have any closing words for the viewers?
Just thanks for having me on. It's been fun.
Yeah. We appreciate you coming on. Pat, any good picks? Name one good pick that you have for this round of 64.
Let me look real quick.
One winner.
got it in
All the
his
boys
notes.
down nation is depending on you. Just one.
When's the pod coming out?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Wednesday night before the tournament.
It's getting late. We've been doing this for a
You have
while.
32 games to pick from. The people just need one winner. That's it. That's all they ask.
Creighton, San Diego State under 120.
Ooh.
Creighton, San Diego.
Like
State
I said,
under
defensive
120.
type of game. I personally think San Diego wins because they control the tempo, but it's two teams that are content with going slow. I think it's ugly, a defensive team like San Diego State. And a Creighton team that doesn't have a point guard and is young. Maybe be a little sloppy in the first round of a tournament game. Give me the under there, 120.
It's a good pick. All right, boys. This is Boys Down Bad Podcast. I'm Dylan.
I'm Trev.
Pat.
That would be Sam.
We sleep in April.